I actually breed a lot of jumping horses, so I've got quite a few on my string at the moment. A lot of them I've bred myself, and I'm into my third generation now. And so yeah, I've sort of stuck with Australian-based thoroughbreds, and then I've crossed them with the European top jumping lines and tried to formulate a top Australian sport horse. A mare called Boera, I won a lot of Grand Prix on her, but I won the Grand Prix here in 2000, and that was the year of the Sydney Olympics, and there was a lot of top horses competing that year. So yeah, and she's actually the dam of a lot of my horses that I'm competing to this day. Yeah, we all have low moments, horses going lame, horses dying, and have a fall here, or you hurt yourself here, or you hurt your horse. But I suppose the moral of the story is just got to keep on keeping on and get to the next part of your life, It's all a learning experience. I love my genetics, but I also know that a horse really needs to be, it has to have a lot of passion. I actually look at my mares and my stallions, and I look at their passion when they jump, so, they need to have the desire to jump the jumps and really want to be with you, because, it's a tough sport, and when the jumps are really big and it's a tough combination, you want them tuned in with you and want him working with you rather than against you. Ones with issues with gravity. No. But our horses are purpose bred now, so there's very few that don't jump that well, and it's sort of stacking our odds breeding horses, and yeah, so good mares, good stallions, you hope to get an above average horse. Oh, imperative. 90% of it's flat though. The jumps can't be made any bigger and they can't be made any wider, so it's all going to be a lot more optical now, a lot trickier lines, so you've got to have a very educated horse and a very educated rider. You need quick reactions and very, very trainable animals to jump at the top end. Patience. I think you need a lot of patience, you need to be very accepting, like if they jump a really good round when they're babies, sometimes it's just good to take them back to the truck and leave them, like a lot of people say, oh that was great, let's start him again, and but they actually, they need time, they're still growing, their minds are still developing, their muscles are still getting strong, so they need time to digest it all, and really they need to be, when you get to the top end, they need that really good solid base on their triangle of their training, and so that they can cope with a problem or something happens, they've got a big base to come back to. As a young fella, I was in a World Cup in Brisbane, and I sort of fell on the other side of the arena. It was a hell of a long walk out of the arena, but yeah, you get over that, you move on and try not to focus on those things. You get to the next positive thing and think about it. Australia's a great place to produce horses. Like I've been fortunate to travel the world, and we have access to horses, and most people can still ride in Australia. So yeah, look for the positives and pick out a few mentors and a few riders that you like, and really focus on them and try and use them as examples in your own life. And just be diligent and patient. It just doesn't happen overnight. You don't want to peak too early anyway. I think our discipline is on the up again. That we had a very strong 80s. We had major sponsors and that, but like Edwina Alexander's doing super in Europe, and a lot of Australians World Championships. I did super, World Cup finals. I did really well. We're getting a good reputation again, and we're producing. We have the ability to breed a lot of horses in Australia. We have such big open spaces, and so I think it's on the rise. I suppose we do need some big corporate sponsors, and the public's getting into it. You even see here today, there's a lot of people watching the jumping. So I think it's on the up and up. We just got to be there and provide the sport for it. Provide the horses, provide the riders, and do what we can to make it better and better.